Step 11 is completing the assurance statement. Let's navigate to district information and go to the assurance statement. The assurance statement is the final component of the personnel collection, and it includes two key components, the data validation checks on the top half, and then you mark each item to show compliance on the bottom half. The key details of this collection: the public school districts must submit the assurance statement twice. They submit with the initial submission in October, and then they must submit another one with the end of year sign off in June. All the other districts only need to complete the October sign off. The view is specific to your district. The validation checks and compliance items are customized by districts type. An example would be the non-pubs or the co-ops won't see the salary related errors. The top section, the validation checks, these are automated checks based on business rules and procedures. They help identify data quality issues before submission, and checks can be run at any time. You just click, to run the assurance statement. Each validation check provides whether the issue requires resolution. Right here it says, if it requires resolution or not. Each check shows which, things failed. And if you were to click here for the error on bus drivers, it's going to tell you what needs to be corrected. We forgot to set this to yes, we have bus drivers. And if we rerun this, we'll notice that that error will go away. The next one is telling me that I forgot to say that this record was updated. Sure enough, when we went through this example, the record validated, I forgot to mark it as validated. Again, you can keep narrowing down the errors that require resolution. The other one that requires resolution is the plans of intent. And I forgot to submit one for Donald Duck. He was the one on that alt preliminary that needed to apply for the alternative route. And I'm going to pick an endorsement, pick a preparation. Once I click save, it'll give me my options. This one, he needs to obtain certification. It isn't like a specific pathway. And I need to remember to submit that so that it changes from required to submitted. And then when I rerun this assurance statement, hopefully I've cleared all my errors that require resolution. Some of these, don't require resolution. The instructional salary reasonableness, if we were to look at this, it will narrow down the records. Mr. Potato Head, we expected this was a long-term sub. The salary is going to be below that base salary that we entered. But this one doesn't require that I correct it, but you should look at that adjusted instructional salary and the FTE and determine if these are accurate. In this case, this is someone paid a daily rate, so it is accurate. And we can, leave it as an error. The bottom section are accreditation compliance items. These can be completed as time allows. You don't have to wait until you're ready to sign off. As long as you save your progress, there's a save button right here. Before exiting this screen, it'll keep this. So like if you had certain data, immunization records that are missing, you can use the comment box. You can still sign off, but you can use the comment box to state, or explain who has not submitted something. Once, all of this is complete, you've got all your errors that require resolution, and you've got check marks in each and every one of these boxes. There's a button at the bottom that says sign off, and you will be able to sign off on your data. And you'll see, test district has signed off. After signing off, if it's still before October 15th, you could come in and you could revoke your sign off and you can make a correction. You just have to remember to come back in and sign off. Once the system is signed off, the system is locked for edits, but it is, still allows the district to print out reports. Any questions that need to be addressed before I close out this?
So, Jay and Tina, there are two questions that popped up. I'll address the second first. Is there a specific length of time that would classify a sub as long-term? So to respond to that, I did submit the desk guide for the PRF link. So that'll take you right to the PRF page. It'll open up the desk guide document for you. The long-term substitute guidance is found on page 22. That being said, the short answer is 45 days, and that's determined various ways, and those are defined in the guidance manual. Jantina, did we get that one okay?
Yes, I just walked them through one example.
Yep, perfect. And then the other one, a question of who do we say has to submit in October versus June versus just October? In general, the guidance is that everyone submits in October, as that is our federal reporting guidelines that we are held to. And then public school districts primarily come in and clean up their information in June for accountability and other reasons to make sure their data is updated. There are specific districts that do different things, and I will tell you that the link I provided for the desk guide in the chat also has that table on page 5, district type reporting requirements. So if you have a question in terms of what you do and don't report and when, in general, everyone in October, primarily public schools, co-ops, and others in the June collection, but specifically the chart that identifies every type of report and when it's being reported can be shown on page 5. Or in the system, Jantina, if you'd be so kind to go to the home page there that you're showing. Just click the click that South Dakota link there. Should take you to the home page. So if you drop to the home page, Jantina is going to click the view requirements link right on the home page of the PRF system itself. And this is the exact same document that is in our desk guide with a slightly just different look to it. So here is where you can also find who reports what. Other than that, I believe all the questions have been answered. We will pause here I will stop recording at this time so that we can answer any independent questions. If you don't have any independent questions, please feel free to reach out and ask. I'm sorry, I just noticed a couple of one-on-one questions. Looks like posting recording will be done after this meeting, probably next week at earliest. Both questions were about reporting recordings and when they be posted. So at earliest, we anticipate all of these being done next week. That being said, there's only one person who is able to do this stuff in our department. So give us a little bit of time, and you should know that the previous links will vastly get you the same information. This is just updated for some small changes to our interface on the webpage side. So at this point, really appreciate everyone's participation this morning. I'm going to end the recording. If you do not have any questions, feel free to leave the room. And if you do, please hang tight and we will try to answer them as best as possible. Thank you.